Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's wrangled down right at the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Ravens at 8-8 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Play action. It's Jackson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Za'Darius Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First carry for Nick Chubb. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think
Derrick Henry all alone down the left sideline. How about this? And just shutting him off there. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens have regained the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Second down, here's Chubb again.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Right back to Njoku.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Throw right side into the hands of Akins.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Walker. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them end with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Watson.
That is incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
After the interception, here's Jackson out to his left.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They go up the middle with Chubb. They juked him. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Faking the give, now Watson.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Ravens will take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey,
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. Add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. Because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Adafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hardy set to return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A first down carry for Henry.
Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And Chubb will try the middle here.
82 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
On second down, here's Watson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw is Watson. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Watson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
This 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score.
Derrick Henry all alone. Bulldozes past him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
210 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming out.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are right back in this football game.
After the interception, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver, find the nearest one, and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, it's Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now Watson
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
To throw on second is Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Heady
on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Watson looks to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's got room.
Now he's loose again. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. One last throw here for Watson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game